See, Venn diagram is or gives relationship between sets. Okay, this is what we can say diagrammatic representation of set also we can say. Usually it is consist of rectangles and circles. Okay, where circles are denoted as subset of rectangle. For example, suppose A set you can take 1 2 and B set as, or U set we can say 1 2 3 4. Okay, so how can we represent this? So U set means universal set. U 1 2 3 4 element are there, 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, but this 1 and 2 are the elements of set A. So by this way we can denote these two set, relationship between these two set, isn't it? Now same way we can show relationship between N W I. Okay, see, N is a subset of W. W is a subset of Z, integer. Z is a subset of rational number. Okay, and all are subset of real numbers. So real number we can treat as universal set, and here somewhere irrational number will be there that are denoted by T. Okay, so natural number, whole number, set, integers, then rational, and R is taken as universal set. So this is also representation. So this is Venn diagram, representation of sets using diagram. Operation on set. So first operation is union of sets. Okay, so suppose let A and B are two sets. So their union is represented by this symbol. Okay, U. We write this as A union B, and this set is defined as it contains all the elements of X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. Okay, so union of sets contains all elements which are either in A or in B. So using Venn diagram, how we can show this? Suppose this is U, universal set, this is A set, this is B set. So this will be A union B. Okay, all the elements in A also will come, in B also will come in this, and what are the common element, that also will come, but only once, because we know element should not be repeated in set. Okay, now how we can find union for the set? See, suppose example A is equal to 1 2 3 4. Okay, and B is 3 4 5. So we want to find A union B. That time what you should do, write all the element of the first set. Okay, 1 2 3 4. This is first set A, isn't it? Now from the B you write those elements which are not repeating. So suppose if you consider 3 is already there, so avoid this 3. Next element is 4 in B set, which is already in A union B, so don't write this. Now next element is 5, so A union B will be this set. So you can write using this trick. First write all the elements of A, then write all the elements of B second set, but ignore or avoid those elements which are already been included. Okay, now we have some properties also. properties of union of the set. Since we know this, we learnt commutative property in addition. 2 plus 3 will give same answer as 3 plus 2, isn't it? So we will write plus is commutative. So similarly here also first property is commutative, means A union B will give same answer as B union A. So this is what, which property? Commutative property. Commutative property. Okay. Similarly, we have associative property, means suppose if you find A union B, then union with C, it will be same of finding B union C first and then A union, isn't it? This is associative law or associative property. Then we know in addition, 0 is additive identity. So if you add any number in 0, you will get the same number, isn't it? Similarly, phi empty set is identity set. So if you find union of, in union, okay, in union of set phi we can take as identity set. If you find union with any set A, you will get the same set. You can check, suppose A is equal to 1 2 and phi doesn't contain any element, so what will be A union phi? 1 2 only, that is nothing but A. Okay, then next law is, that is very important, that is idempotent law. Idempotent law, this we can say law of identity. Idempotent law. When you take union with the same set, you will get that set only. A is equal to AB, A equals to AB, A union A. So first you will write all the elements of the first set, then all the elements of the second set, but you should avoid repeating. So A and B already you have written, so it won't come. So final answer will be A only. Next is law of universal law, we can say, or law of U. Universal set law, we can say. See, if you take universal set union, okay, this is universal set union with A, you will get universal set. Always remember, bigger set only you will get. For example, A is 1 2 and universal set is suppose 1 2 10. Okay, so A union U will be, suppose write first element, then U, while writing element of U, you won't write 1 and 2 because already you wrote here. So we'll start with 3 to 10, isn't it? So this is nothing but what? U. So always remember this, when you take union of two sets such that one is a subset of other, you will get bigger set as answer, isn't it? This A is a subset of U. So when you take union of these two sets, when one set is subset of other set, so superset will be the answer. This you should remember. Second operation on set is intersection of the set. Intersection of sets. Okay, so let A and B are two sets. Then intersection is defined as, it is denoted by, intersection is denoted by this sign. Okay, and we write this A intersection B. How we read this? A intersection B will be X belongs to A and X belongs to B. Okay, so here see, suppose that means all the common point, common element of A and B you should write in intersection. Suppose A is equal to 1 2 3 and B is equal to 2 3 5. Okay, so you have to look for the common point, common element. So these are 2 and 3. So A intersection B will be 2 3. Okay, these elements, see, these two elements belongs to A and B also. 3 belongs to A and B also. Okay, so this example you can take. And how will you represent? Using Venn diagram. So suppose this is U set, this is A set, B set. So common set will be this region, isn't it? So this will be your A intersection B set. Okay, so common element you can circle and then make the list of those elements that will give A intersection B. Now we have some properties also for intersection. See, sometimes intersection is empty also. Sometimes you won't get any element which is common. We can take example of 1, 2 and B is A comma B. So what will be intersection? Nothing is common in between these two sets. So we can say no element, that means empty set. So if A intersection B is equal to empty, then A and B are called as disjoint set. Okay, so what are the disjoint sets? If nothing is common in between them, that means A intersection B is empty. So this is also one of the definition you can write. Now we will see properties of intersection. So first property will be commutative. A intersection B you find or B intersection A, things will be same, answer will be same. So this is commutative law. Okay, then next is associative. A intersection B intersection with C, or B intersection C you find first, then intersection with A will be same only, associative. Now law of identity. So phi intersection A. See, here things will be different. Suppose A is 1, 2 and phi is empty set. So A intersection phi will be, here nothing is common in between two sets, so empty set. Okay, so this will be empty set. And intersection with universal set. This is universal set. What will you get? Suppose U is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and A is 1 and 2. So intersection will give, see, only 1 is common and 2 is common. So 1 and 2, which is nothing but the smaller set. Okay, so this will be A only. So this you should remember, when A is a subset of U, suppose any set, that time A intersection U will be smaller set. Okay. Now idempotent law, that is intersection with same set will be same set. Okay, then here one more property is there, distributive law. So suppose A intersection B union C. So how you can write? A intersection B, okay, means we are distributing these over this bracket. So A intersection B, then middle union, then A intersection C. Two brackets will come and their union. So this is all about properties of intersection. Third operation is difference of sets. Difference of sets. Okay, so let A and B be two sets. Then difference means subtraction, isn't it? Difference is denoted as this minus sign and we write A minus B. Okay, here order matters. Order matters means A minus B, and that means B you are subtracted from A. So you can define this set as X belongs to A and x does not belongs to b. Okay, if b minus a, that time it will reverse, that is x belongs to b and x does not belong to a. That's why these two sets are different. Now let's take one example here. A is suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and b is supposed to 4, 6 and 8. So a minus b will be, see how we can find a minus b. First write all the common elements, 2, okay, then 4, then 6, 8 is not there. Now these are the common elements which are in b, so we won't write these elements in a minus b. Remaining elements you should write in a minus b set. So a 1, 3 and 5 is set a minus b. Understood how to write? First write down, cancel the common element between the two sets, and the remaining element in a you should write, because we know by the definition x belongs to a. So the elements of a minus b should belongs to a, should not belongs to b. Okay, so 1, 3, 5 are in a, not in b. So all the common element you should cancel. Suppose b minus a if you want to find, so we cancelled this 2, 4, 6 which are common in both a and b. Now which element you should write in b minus a? The remaining element in first set, b set. Okay, so b minus a is 8. So here you can check, b minus a and a minus b are not equal. That means difference is not commutative, we can say, isn't it? They are not equal. So both will give different value. And how will you represent this in using Venn diagram? So Venn diagram will be, suppose this is U, A set, B set. Okay, so the element which are in A, not in B, this will make A minus B. Okay, and b minus a also if you want to find, so this will be b minus a. Okay.